riddled in more than a dozen bullet holes on Chulahoma near Rain.
Big Mota finally does something freaking right, and it gets him killed.
Damn.
It's just like this, man. I got a good heart, but you call me, I gotta get you.
I think I did a story on this man one time. RP Big Mota out of Memphis. I think I did a reaction to this one time.
October 26, 2023 began like any other night in Oak Haven, a quiet South Memphis neighborhood known for its tucked away streets and small, aging homes. But as the sun dipped behind the trees and porch lights flickered on, something far more sinister was unfolding. Big Mota, born Jaron Rutherford, was riding through the neighborhood just before 9 p.m. He was in a dark-colored vehicle with another man, Travolta Cartel Jones Jr., better known to his friends as TJ. The two were close. Both were known faces on the South Memphis streets, both affiliated with the same crew. There was nothing out of the ordinary about the drive, no signs of panic, no evidence that either of them knew what was coming. But someone had been watching, waiting, planning. As their car cruised along Shelby Drive, it was ambushed. A hail of bullets tore through the vehicle, hitting both men. The gunfire rang out in rapid bursts, more than a dozen rounds fired in less than 10 seconds. Witnesses told dispatchers they heard automatic-style gunfire, followed by silence. By the time officers arrived, the car had already come to a full stop, riddled with bullets. Windows shattered, the doors pocketed with holes. Inside the vehicle, TJ was slumped in the passenger seat, pronounced deceased on the scene. His body had taken multiple rounds, no chance of survival. In the driver's seat was Big Mota. He was still breathing, but just barely. Police blocked off the scene, yellow tape wrapped around the quiet street, holding back a crowd that was already forming. Friends, neighbors, people who knew the names, the history. Cell phones were out, streaming footage of the car with its bullet-riddled panels. Some mourned, others just stared. Paramedics worked quickly, stabilizing him enough for transport to Regional 1 Hospital, where he was listed in critical condition. For a few hours, there was hope. A rumor began circulating that he might survive, but the damage was too severe. He passed away sometime after midnight, leaving both men from the car ride deceased in less than 24 hours. The streets of Memphis had lost another voice, and for many, this one hit close to home.
Memphis police say they responded to a shooting Thursday night in the 4100 block of Chulahoma, where there was a large police presence. Investigators say 2 people were shot.
Hey, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this video. We in Memphis with you, heard me?
One person Friday morning. Friends tell WREG Big Mota was taken to Regional 1 Hospital with critical injuries.
Big Mota's farewell service came quietly, without fanfare from major news outlets. But in Memphis, word spread fast. The service was held in mid-November, just weeks after his passing. Photos posted to social media showed a gleaming casket with vinyl images of Big Mota on the top and sides. An early Instagram update from the page. At Memphis Street News 901 announced Memphis rapper Big Mota shot and hit in Memphis last night while riding in a car. Traditional media captured the neighborhood shot. One man who lived near the scene told reporters he was a good guy, a cool dude.
People who live nearby, familiar with his music but didn't want to be identified, are surprised to hear about the shooting.
That's a trip there, man. I mean, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? Cool dude.
Fans and friends say Big Mota was making a name for himself as an artist in the hip-hop community. Ain't nothing I can say bad about him, his friend said. But in this city, if you get some type of shine on you, man, they're gonna hate on you. Somebody's gonna come at you some kind of way, one way or another. Big Mota wasn't industry polished. He didn't chase radio singles or major record label cosigns. What he had was a reputation forged through loyalty, street pressure, and raw storytelling. He grew up surrounded by poverty, survivalism, and harsh realities of the streets.
Oh, fights every day, shootout, man. Skipping school, smoking blunts. Just, man, ruthless, no aggression, man. Bucking it. Like, thought that shit was cool when it really wasn't cool. Every day, man. We used to have guns in middle school.
That early exposure shaped him. He fell in with older guys, skipping school and chasing the image of respect before he even knew what it cost.
Never bring a knife to a gunfight. What you think cool not cool, like skipping school, smoking cigarettes, and just chilling with the older people. It wasn't cool, like, this shit wasn't cool, like, this don't get nobody influence, brainwash you and manipulate you into something that really life bigger than this.
His breakout in Memphis rap came with the Mota This, Mota That mixtape, where his name became a brand. He wasn't flashy, but his voice cut through the noise, heavy bass, mean bars, and stories that resonated with those who lived similar lives.
Fans and friends say Big Mota's music was making a name for the artist in the hip-hop community, and they call what happened to him yet another tragic shooting involving a Memphis rapper.
Ain't nothing I can say bad about him, you know, but in this city, man, you get some type of shine on you, man, they gonna hate on you. Somebody gonna come at you some kind of way, one way or another.
As he got older, Big Mota became known as an enforcer or bully figure by his own admission. In one interview, he explained that he had a reputation for handling problems for the people he was loyal to. In other words, if someone in his circle had an issue or feud, Big Mota would not hesitate to step in and deal with it physically.
Man, you know, it's just my loyalty. You want to not. But you my brother, we going through the struggle, we trying to rise to the top, and you got a problem with somebody, it's gonna get dealt with just because it's how, you know, I love you, I'm riding with you to the end, I'm just a loyal nigga.
This loyalty to street justice won him respect, but it also meant he inherited secondary beefs that weren't originally his. Over time, this could multiply the number of people who might want revenge or see him as an obstacle. His connections to prominent street-oriented rappers like Young Dolph and Waka Flocka Flame, whom he said he knew through street stuff, not music, further entrenched him in a high-stakes underworld. Simply put, Big Mota lived the life he rapped about, and that life was full of dangerous rivalries.
Man, I reached out the door. I seen him at the Nano Center. We was talking. He just told me to keep going hard. You gonna make it. There was no discussion on you gonna get signed by me now. We ain't even come by and say about that. He was spitting my grind. He loved the way I go hard by myself. I talked to Flocka. It just be on the street shit. Really, I talked to Flocka, Gates, you know, dog. But it really wasn't on the other shit. Sign me type shit. They just they told me to keep going hard.
His music caught attention from national names, but Mota was always clear that these weren't rap connections. He also had enemies. His bold, unfiltered style made him a neighborhood legend and a neighborhood target. Big Mota was not only a Memphis rapper, but also known to be involved in the city street gang scene. He and his friend, Travolta T.J. Jones Jr., were affiliated with the clique called Young Mob, short for Young Mob Military, a South Memphis-based gang. The inevitability put Big Mota in the crosshairs of rival crews. One high-profile incident that put Big Mota on the map and potentially in harm's way was his altercation with Washington, D.C.'s rapper Shy Glizzy. In late 2015, Shy Glizzy was performing at a Memphis nightclub when an entourage confrontation turned violent. During the chaos, with even gunshots reportedly fired, Shy Glizzy's signature diamond-studded Glizzy gang chain was snatched. Rumors soon emerged that Big Mota and a Memphis associate, D-Money Stacks, were the masterminds behind the chain snatching. The chain snatching incident earned Big Mota a certain infamy online and in rap media, as it was an audacious move against a nationally known artist. Ultimately, industry OGs in Memphis, reportedly Yo Gotti's camp, intervened to get the chain returned and squash the beef. However, the stunt painted a target on Big Mota's back. Not only did it create bad blood with Shy Glizzy's camp, but it also bolstered Big Mota's bully reputation on the streets, potentially provoking other rivals to test him.
I got into it with another, you know what I'm saying? I was popping, whatever the case may be. But we got into it. That ain't never snatched my chain off my neck. He ain't never come up to me, approach me on it. He approached me, I pushed him, we got into a little scuffle. My shit came off, but the that was telling me to top in, them niggas that had them on chain the whole time. So like, it's like, why the you know what I'm saying, top in with some is that, you know what I'm saying, on some scheme and shit like this. So the whole play was put together.
Another situation that may have turned Big Mota into a target was an old hit case involving his friend. In February 2010, Big Mota's close friend, Terrell Loverson, shot and hit an unarmed security guard at Southland Mall in Memphis. The shooting happened after a fight at the mall. Loverson was pinned down by the guard, but broke free and fired a shot into the guard's chest. He later succumbed to his injuries. Loverson was caught on surveillance camera and was later found guilty of second-degree hit in 2011. During the investigation and trial, Big Mota cooperated with authorities, providing details.
Now come on, bro. Come on, that Big Mota. RIP you, bro. But you a street guy. You a street N-word. You hear me? You know there's rules to these streets, bro. You don't talk to them people, bro. You do what you do. You know it's a consequence behind everything you do. So They just cold bullet for you to work with them people. So you told that what typically got your life took from you because you was in the streets and you told
of what occurred. By his own account, he simply told the truth about the incident, which was clearly captured on video. But in street terms, this marked him as a snitch.
We were parked right here. So we went to the mall to buy some kids shoes. My little girl had just turned 1 named Kayla. Yep, so we were walking toward the mall.
You're no longer
we got the fireworks.
When you're in the streets, you're no longer a civilian, bro. They don't look at you as a civilian, look at you as a street nigga. So, bro, you messed up on your own half. God rest your soul, you heard me?
A couple of other dudes. Nah, this how it happened. We went to Foot Locker. Somebody came and got T-Bo and said, hey, them niggas, we got 2 in here. So we synced them, we popped it off, got the check. Boom, 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 boom. They run past the car right here tomorrow. They run.
In fact, years later, many in Memphis still accuse Big Mota of having snitched on his best friend. Mota pushed back, noting that the mall shooting was caught on camera regardless. He simply shared what was on tape. Being labeled a snitch can be extremely dangerous. It often means former allies turn into enemies. Big Mota's standing in Young Mob may have suffered after the mall incident, and resentment or betrayal could have been a motive for retaliation down the line. Some observers believe that certain individuals never forgave him for cooperating and may have sought payback.
The security guard, which is a black man, that's a father, that's a child, somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's grandson that loved him. This was a working man, got up, put his boots on, went to work. Because he restrained Big Mota homeboy, he dies for it.
But others disagree that the snitching had anything to do with Mota's hit. Some community discussions have speculated that a rival gang known as KSBG was allegedly behind the hit on Big Mota as retaliation for the earlier passing of one of their own members, a man nicknamed Big Grape. KSBG stands for Knocking Stuff Back Gang, a street gang based in South Memphis, specifically around the Kings Gate and Whitehaven areas. The name means exactly what it sounds like, a crew known for retaliatory violence and enforcing respect on the streets. That morning, in the Whitehaven neighborhood, Grape was shot and hit at a gas station at the corner of Hermitage and Winchester. Surveillance video shows a woman getting out of a black Camaro, walking away, and then a silver Infiniti pulling up.
An early morning shooting in Whitehaven, and it's caught on surveillance camera. You see that Camaro at the gas pump moments later?
Seconds later, gunfire erupted. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. Police hadn't released the suspect or motive, but the footage circulated online within hours. Then came the theory. Some people in Memphis began suggesting that Big Mota had a hand in the Whitehaven shooting, and that the ambush that hit him and TJ that night was retaliation. According to this version, someone connected to the gas station incident tracked Mota down, found out he was riding in Oakhaven, and took matters into their own hands. Police released official few details. There was no public statement about a suspect, no arrest, no persons of interest, just a standard homicide classification and the call for the public to contact police if they've seen anything. From there, the case seemed to go still. Still, there were clues in how the hit played out, the style of the attack, rapid gunfire into a moving vehicle, carried out on familiar turf, suggested planning. Whoever pulled the trigger knew where Mota would be, knew what he was driving, knew when to strike. But Memphis police haven't named any gang affiliations in their public reports, nor have they released surveillance or ballistic info. To date, there have been no arrests, and for many in the city, that's no surprise. Rest in peace, Big Mota.
I pray they gonna get my jury back. I'm gonna really be iced in.
Stop playing through the stuff, man. RP that man.